A key Indian ally is in total chaos after losing a war. Meanwhile, Pakistan and its allies stand to benefit. It's a big story and one we hear very little about in India. So what is happening here? The story essentially revolves around Armenia and Azerbaijan, two countries located in the Caucasus region. Armenia and Azerbaijan have been fighting for decades over the territory of Nagorno-Karabakh. While the territory is internationally recognized as a part of Azerbaijan, it had a majority Armenian Christian population that identified with Armenia. Meanwhile, Azerbaijan is a Turkic Muslim majority country. The people of Nagorno-Karabakh voted to join Armenia in the 1980s, which sparked a conflict with Azerbaijan. Armenia won a war in the 1990s that allowed ethnic Armenian separatists to control Nagorno-Karabakh and adjacent territories. For the last 3 decades, the region has governed itself independent of the Azerbaijani government. But Azerbaijan has turned the tables on Armenia. In the last few decades, its economy has boomed due to oil and gas exports. And with this newfound energy and resource wealth, Azerbaijan modernized its defense forces with help from Turkey and Israel. In 2020, it launched a short but intense war against Armenia and reconquered most of the territory it lost in the 1990s. It also took back parts of Nagorno-Karabakh. Last month, Azerbaijan launched another short offensive that lasted just around 24 hours. Nagorno-Karabakh's government, controlled by ethnic Armenians, agreed to disband its military and later announced that the Republic of Nagorno-Karabakh had been dissolved. Thousands of ethnic Armenians have left the territory as refugees, fearing for their fate under the control of Azerbaijan. Protests have also erupted in Armenia against the government for not doing enough to help Nagorno-Karabakh, which has long had close ties with Armenia. So why does this mess matter so much to India? The first factor is geopolitics. The major problem for India here is that Azerbaijan is being backed by Pakistan and Turkey. In fact, Turkey-supplied Bayraktar drones are thought to be a major reason why Azerbaijan won its 2020 victory over Armenia. Turkey and Azerbaijan also share close political and cultural links. Pakistan, on the other hand, has sold weapons and given diplomatic support to Azerbaijan. These 3 countries launched the Three Brothers defense exercises in 2021, which has attracted some attention in India. The problem for New Delhi is this new partnership stance on Kashmir. Turkey's President Erdogan has made sharp comments condemning India's removal of special status for Jammu and Kashmir in 2019. His interventions on Kashmir have hurt bilateral ties and has also sparked a sharp pushback from India in recent years. Meanwhile, Azerbaijan's officials have reportedly stated that it supports Pakistan's stand on Kashmir. India's fear may be that Azerbaijan's success may embolden its alliance to support extremism in Kashmir. It could lay the basis for acting jointly in other theatres, including Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, given the existing political understanding, writes Pannabadhal Samanta about the trilateral alliance between Pakistan, Turkey and Azerbaijan. Defense sales. Because of these Indian concerns, India and its partners have increased their support for Armenia in recent years. India in particular has emerged as a key supplier of weapons to Armenia. In 2020, India sold Swati weapon locating radars to Armenia. Media reports indicated that India and Armenia signed a $250 million deal, under which Delhi sold Pinaka multi-barrel rocket launchers, anti-tank munitions and ammunition to Yerevan in 2022. Kalyani Strategic Systems, which is a subsidiary of Indian defense firm Bharat Forge, has also won a $155 million contract to supply artillery guns, reportedly to Armenia. Snehesh Alex Philip of The Print reports that Armenia is also interested in buying drones, loitering munitions and missile systems like Akash from India. Now, why do these sales matter? Because it seems like Turkey and Azerbaijan aren't done yet. After Azerbaijan's victory in Nagorno-Karabakh, Turkey and Azerbaijan are now looking to be interested in building a land corridor that will link their territories. Unfortunately, this will cut through Armenian territory, which Yerevan is unwilling to let happen. However, Azerbaijan's president Ilham Aliyev has stated that the corridor could be built whether Armenia likes it or not. This could lead to conflict, which means that Armenia may require more defense support. That could also mean more Indian involvement as an aggressive Azerbaijan pushes to get what it wants. The third factor behind India's interest in this whole conflict is economics, because this conflict impacts a key project that India has been a key architect of, the International North-South Transport Corridor, or INSTC. The main aim of the project, which was first proposed over 2 decades ago, is to create a new corridor that will allow the flow of goods and trade through Iran and the Caucasus to Europe. There's actually some renewed interest in this project, with both Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Foreign Minister S. Shashank bringing it up in their public remarks this year. Now, Azerbaijan was meant to be a key link in the INSTC project. And while the project has been already stuck for quite a while, the tensions between India and Azerbaijan could push Delhi to look for alternative ideas and alternative routes. Talks seem to be ongoing for a new route, the Persian Gulf Black Sea route, which will go through Armenia and bypass Azerbaijan. While a good idea, this proposed corridor is thought to have less developed infrastructure than the present INSTC route through Azerbaijan. Armenia has asked Iranian and Indian companies to consider construction and infrastructure building in these paths, but we've seen little action or reporting on that front yet. In the months since the conflict broke out, much international reporting suggests that Azerbaijan still has designs on Armenia's territory. With the prospect of a threat to its own security, Delhi will be watching the conflict between Armenia and Azerbaijan closely.